Hi guys, another video on this little car. I shall call it a Hummer because that's what it originally was, but we're missing the body shell. I used it as a demonstration for changing the receiver because somebody had asked me to do a demonstration on changing the receiver on toy grade radio controlled car. So I bought this one off AliExpress and replaced the receiver that was on it. Since then, I've actually been able to get the original receiver working, but that's a different video. This one, having replaced the receiver and got it all working, we found that the steering yokes, or whatever you call those bits that are currently orange, one of them was broken. So I 3D printed a replacement, so the steering works. I then found it was going left easier than right. I thought it might possibly be I'd got the dimensions wrong on the yoke. So I printed another identical one, or the reverse side of it, mirror image, to go on the opposite side, so that if I did have it wrong, at least they were both wrong by the same amount. Let's just demonstrate that the steering does work. Okay, and throttle works. Having done that, I then said, oh, well, I might as well 3D print the battery cover because the original one was missing. So I've done that. And in the meantime, rather than put batteries in there, I connected up a little JST lead so I could run it off a vape battery, a small LiPo battery, which that battery is actually more powerful than the 2AA batteries that would be in there. And you'd think that would be great. You'd think, hey, we've improved things. But actually, no, we've gone backwards a bit because now it's so powerful. The back wheels spin. We've got no grip, and it just spins round in a circle. I'll demonstrate. It just spins round to the left. Steering works. I don't know if you can see that, but yeah, steering's working. But even if I give it full right, it started off going to the right, but it just started, back wheel started spinning, and it goes round to the left. So if I'm very gentle, it's more or less going straight. But yeah, it's we've gone backwards. So even though we got the steering working, we got too much power, and it just spins. The other thing I was wondering was whether, when the power goes down, whether one wheel was lifting up. So it's just pushing on the right-hand side and the left-hand side's not doing anything. And if I look at it, yeah, that side seems to, oh, hang on, let's go close-up mode. Yeah, this side goes up and down a little bit, but this side goes up and down quite significantly. So I think there may be the bearing or something may be broken. So it may be when it's spinning fast, that wheel comes off the ground. So the grip is just on the right-hand side, and it's pushing it round to the left. That's what I think it might be. So we're going to have to take the gearbox apart this time and have a look in there. In case you're wondering, I really had no intention of spending this much time on this little car. But things have just escalated as we've gone along. So I'll disconnect that for now and see if we can get in the back here. Oh, that's a bit tight. I'm thinking there's probably a bit of plastic that's supposed to locate the back axle in place that's possibly broken. But we won't know until we get inside and have a look. Right, is that going to lift off? Battery wire's in the way. Oh, it's actually stuck on there. Right, lift that off carefully. Yeah, not much space to see what's going on. Need it to be underneath that green wire. Could just desolder it to give us a bit more space. Like doing one of those puzzles, trying to wiggle it out the way. Okay, so that's out the way. Right, yeah, I think I'm right. I think interesting. Lighting's not helping me, but let's just wiggle that out. Right, that bit there, put my finger away. That went down over the top of the axle to hold it down in place. On the other side, have we got anything similar? Doesn't appear to be anything on top of it on that side to hold it down in place. Oh, that would be that piece then. Just there. A little bit of an indentation there that I think the axle sits on. And at the other end, yeah, that sits on there. And the axle goes through there. It's going to be that way round. means that goes down. That goes down like that to hold the axle in place. So back to this again. Yes, it is that little bit of plastic that pushes down on there to stop the axle bouncing up. And we haven't found anything. I thought there might have been something broken there, but that all seems to be correct. There's just quite a bit of flex in it. I think this will show it. So watch the left wheel rises up when the power is applied. And the right wheel is not rising up. If it was a longer wheelbase, it probably wouldn't matter because it's such a short wheelbase that has a significant effect. Yeah, definitely doesn't lift up like it does on the other side. Yeah, well, I think it's going to go in the bin because I don't think I'm going to spend any more time trying to fix that, which is a shame. Rather than melt it, I've squeezed it to try and stretch it. Because you only need a tiny little bit extra there. So that's what I've done. I've squashed it. So that's stretched it out a little bit. See if that'll do it for us. So we can now turn right. So say it's still overpowered, but we couldn't do that before. Well, that was quite a surprise. I expect on a less slippery surface, it might actually seem almost normal. I'll have to have a look, see if I've got the body shell anywhere. I did have a look last night and I couldn't see it. But you will observe that the left wheel is not bouncing up and down anymore. So we fixed it, and as I say, we're still overpowered using that little LiPo battery, but on a slightly rougher surface it might be okay. That was a surprise. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Leave us a comment so I know how I'm doing. And somewhere up here there'll be some links to related playlists. Thanks again.